So Nick, we talked about just looking at the whiteboard, how we look at these numbers. And so now we kind of know what this truck can do. We know kind of how much the trailer we can pull behind it. But there's some other aspects of safety that's extremely important. And I'll go right to probably the most important piece to me are these chains. So you realize, I mean, most people realize that these chains are for what?
Safety for if the trailer comes off the hitch.
To grab it and to keep it with us. So when, and I had to make you do this, Nick, because this is not the way you normally do your change, but this is pretty common. You drive down the highway and you can look at people's trailers, they're all like this.
Right.
So in this particular case, what would be the problem of just simply the way the chains are attached, going from basically one end straight into the truck? What's the issue there, you think, from your standpoint?
If the trailer came off the ball, it would fall in between the chains.
And so you would keep control of the trailer, but that trailer could hit the pavement.
It'd be hitting the ground.
And then you have all kind of issues. So let's go ahead, if we could, and do it the way that you actually had it before I made you do it the wrong way. Now, just that slight change that you made there, what did we pick up out of that gives me that safety, more safety, I guess?
If the trailer comes off the ball, it will be cradled by the chains.
Okay. So as it comes off and it pulls it tight, it's going to make a cross?
Correct.
And it would just ride on it. A simple safety device that could prevent somebody from really getting hurt. So let's look then at these chains. Do you notice that some of these are not links?
I do.
And can you point them out so that okay.
I see one right there. I see one on this side over here.
And do they kind of look like this one?
They look exactly like that
Yeah.
one.
So if you looked at this, and I'm sure some of these do have ratings, but I don't really care about that because in this case, how much strength could I have if all I'm doing is screwing these threads on like that? How much strength could I have?
Not too much strength.
No. By the way, these would not be DOT. If you're regulated by DOT, these would not be approved. Now, we set these up so that people can see it. This is very common. So what we would rather do, instead of using all of these, I mean, they're selling all of this stuff, what we really want to be able to use is something like, let's just do this one here. Can you see the difference in that one versus this one? And you
Yes.
look at that. I've actually got post, I've actually got some strength, and I actually have ratings just like you would grade a chain. So if I'm going to repair a chain, I want to use these particular kinds of products because that makes for a better product on here to protect in case something comes off.
Right.
All right. Now, since you had done this for more than a decade, did you ever have somebody help you to load it up in the morning?
Yeah, some of the time.
Yeah. So what is always an issue as the driver? Are you responsible for this piece of equipment on the road?
Yes, you are
Yes.
absolutely responsible.
So what is it you need to do very quickly to come through whenever you are done? What should you do if somebody is actually helping you to get out the gates quicker in the morning?
You want to have them spot you if you need to back up.
Okay. So that's a good point, Nick. You want a spotter to help me to be able to back up. Is there anything wrong with getting out of the truck and just seeing yourself?
No, absolutely not.
And sometimes we feel like we should be able to do it, but this is experience.
Correct.
Now, if you have people that hook the chains, you'd like them crossed, was there anything else you'd want to make sure that people are doing correctly before you pull out of the lot?
I'd want to make sure that there was a pin right in there.
Okay? And you notice now there's not. Now, what's the issue here?
If you hit a big bump, this could easily pop up.
And now this is actually to me the weak link. So if it pops up, then it's going to pull and you just created again another problem. So you're going to come back here and just make sure I got my pins in place. It's a quick check. Make sure my chains, make sure that my system is all hooked up. and we should be ready to go, right?
Correct.